This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Bosquet's Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Girardi Insurance Services, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Snap is low, he picks it up, goes back to throw, in trouble to the left, looks to the right, looks to throw it downfield, and does! It's complete to Brandon Nagel at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Woodstock Academy! Sent in by Wilcox, kicked away by Valley Regional, picked back up by Tracy, sent back in, knocked in, a goal for Woodstock Academy is the answer.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director Mark Allard and color commentator extraordinaire Craig Smith.
Good evening and welcome to Woodstock Academy as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs get ready to play the Cheney Tech Beavers here on this Wednesday night. Mark Allard being joined tonight by Sean Saucier. Unfortunately, Greg Smith a little under the weather. So the situation becomes Sean Saucier has to fill in. How you doing, Sean?
Doing well. It's nice. It's fun to be here. It's fun to do this. At a conference opponent.
Yeah.
Not a ton of familiarity with them. So, let's see what happens.
I was going to say, since you are the AD, this meeting, I don't know the last time Woodstock Academy and Cheney Tech has played, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, their coach Ishmael Caro, reached out, earlier looking for games. He was looking for out-of-conference games. He reached out. I needed a 20th game, so I said, let's do it.
Why not try it, right?
Honestly, didn't know much about their program or their school at the time, but they're obviously a competitive team. They played a ECC school in Ledyard. I think they were up on Ledyard for most of the game,
and they beat Ledyard 63-59.
Yep. So they had a sizable lead in that game. So obviously, should be a good matchup tonight.
Should be a good matchup. 4-2 Cheney Tech against the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, coming in with a 2-6 record. We did have a chance to talk to the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Dante Adams. Dante is coming up with that pregame in just a moment.
I've been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
Welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on the Beavers from Cheney Tech here on this Wednesday night. Dante Adams, the head coach of Woodstock Academy, coming off a pretty nice win against Ledyard the other night.
Yeah, definitely. Great bounce back win from the last couple of games. Felt like the guys came with more energy. We finally made a couple of chippies that we've been missing the past few games, a couple of more free throws, a couple of more passes, a couple more rebounds, and it all came together for a full game for a W for us.
You know, you haven't been scoring well lately, obviously, and that's something you have to work on a little bit more. Are you happy that confidence, you maybe saw a little bit more of it the other night?
Yeah, definitely happy. You know, guys see shots going in, it makes them more confident, and it trends on to the other teammates. So, you know, so one makes shots and then the other one can start making shots, and it's just like a balance throughout the whole team. Everyone starts to make shots, everyone starts to play more confident. So, you know, definitely great to see shots go in throughout the game.
And, you know, you didn't have to use Brady as much as you have in the past. The nice thing is Brady's still scoring at 13 points a game.
Yeah, he's still playing big, still going to need him to play big, you know. Can't let him just fall off, have a drop off throughout the game. Still have to keep playing strong, being a monster on the boards, and dominating the paint.
As far as Brandon Nagel, Hunter Larson, Carter Morissette, they kind of took the scoring load against Ledger.
Yeah, definitely. You know, those guys that you just named, the seniors, you know, so they stepped up, played big. They know that we needed to win. They know that we needed to get back in the win column. So I'm happy that they stepped up and took leadership, you know, throughout the game. And as far as just not scoring aspect, as far as just like, you know, getting us through the game, keeping guys together throughout the game, and you know, all those things play into a W, and then it played out for us. So we definitely needed it.
You know, you're 2-6 cut right now. You could easily be 4-4 had those overtime games gone your way. So, is it really just still building that chemistry?
Yeah, it's definitely still been chemistry throughout the way. You know, we was on the unlucky side throughout the early part of the season, but the great part about that is like we learned how to play with each other. You know, we learned each other's weaknesses, we learned each other's strengths. So that's the most important part for the second half of the season, is just like putting together 4 games, learning each other, learning personnel, and I feel like that, you know, even though we was unlucky the first part of the season, this part of the season was going to be great for us.
You know, one thing, and the Cheney Tech is here tonight, and there's a kid by the name of Gittins on that team. Something tells me we're kind of familiar.
Yeah. You know, seen some stats, definitely familiar with him. Know he can play basketball, you know, so I know he's going to go in and play his game. We just have to contain him, you know, just have to contain him with the rest of his teammates. And, you know, we know he's going to make some shots. He could definitely hoop. And so our job is just to contain him and do our job on the offensive and defensive end with him, and then see how the game goes.
What do you think, as far as our team is concerned, as far as the Centaurs are concerned, what do you have to do right out there tonight, even better than against Ledger?
We have to come out and play our brand of basketball. That's just playing with toughness. That's just playing with a lot of grit, diving on the floor, getting rebounds, doing all the little things, you know, and that's what makes shots go in. We have to go out and play harder than we did last time. We have to go out and put a full together game like we did before, and then from there it lead on to a W, hopefully. You know, if we play hard, do all the little things, and we should be good.
Sounds good. Dante Adams, head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Best of luck tonight. Tip-off coming up next.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse on this Wednesday, as we're just getting set for the starting lineups to this one. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on the Beavers of Cheney Tech. And the two teams coming to the sidelines. This is going to start early. What a change this is. And guess what? Not only does he have to do the color commentary, he's got to do the PA work as well. Woodstock Academy Athletic Director Sean Saucier in our starting lineups tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse on the campus of the Woodstock Academy for tonight's game featuring the Beavers from Cheney Tech and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. The Woodstock Academy, the ECC, and the CIAC have pledged to make our athletic events an enjoyable and safe environment for all fans, players, and officials involved in the contest. Therefore, the Woodstock Academy expects that all of our fans will refrain from the use of profanity, abusive cheers, and the taunting of any player, coach, or official. We thank you for your cooperation, and we thank you for helping to create a positive high school athletic environment. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's game. First, the visitors, the Beavers from Cheney Tech. A 5'10" sophomore guard, number 2, J. Rose Orby. A 6'4" junior forward, number 3, Dominic Gittins. A 6-foot senior guard, number 4, Justin Shrena. A 6'4" sophomore forward, number 5, Deshaun Copeland. And a 6'5" senior forward, number 15, Jeffrey Brown. The Beavers are coached by Ishmael Caro. Now let's meet the starting lineups for your Centaurs. A 6'6" sophomore forward, number 14, Brady Erickson. A 6'2" junior guard, number 3, Hunter Larson. A 6'2" senior forward, number 4, Carter Morissette. A 6'2" senior guard, number 12, Brandon Nagel. And a 5'9" senior guard, number 10, Braden Saucier. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Dante Adams, assisted by Denzel Washington and Colin Singleton. At this time, I ask that you please rise if you are able. Remove your headwear, direct your attention to the flag as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Our national anthem here at Woodstock Academy, and I only have the same question, Sean, that I always have for Greg Smith about this time. Are you ready for some basketball?
I'm ready for some basketball. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs coming out in their white uniforms, of course, a navy blue and gold trim. Cheney Tech coming out in the black uniforms with the green and white trim. Are you a fashionista like Greg Smith?
Yeah, I like the black and green, actually.
Oh, that's a brand new one. I've never had a color commentator who actually liked the jerseys of the other school.
It's a sharp look. But,
it is a sharp look.
I expect a fast game, up and down, a lot of probably man-to-man defense on both ends of the floor and just a high-paced game.
So in other words, my voice tomorrow in class will not be very good.
Get ready.
Get ready for it. Here we go. Woodstock Academy, Brady Erickson set to jump it up against Jeffrey Brown. as we're set to go. 2-6 Woodstock Academy, 4-2 Cheney Tech. And the ball is going up, and we start about 10 minutes early, 8 minutes early or so. Braden Saucier with the basketball. Over to Hunter Larson, bounce pass corner, Brandon Nagel. Nagel brings it back out to the wing, over to Hunter Larson, drives the lane, puts up the runner over Brown, count to 2.
Morissette.
Was that Morissette? I'm sorry.
I think so.
Yes, it was, number 4. Larson and Morissette look a little similar from the side. A little confuzzed there on my part.
Pretty sure Cheney was in a zone down at that end of the floor. Woodstock in their man-to-man.
2-0 lead. Here's the basketball with Shrena. Shrena goes over to Rose, to Orby, I should say. Jumper is up and no good. Rebound comes
get
down.
that one.
Larson goes out of bounds.
Going
He'll
down.
go over to Cheney Tech. Shot was actually taken by Gittens on that one. So Morissette with that first basket gives us a 2-0 lead for the Centaurs over Cheney Tech. And Braden Saucier, yeah, there is a relation to Sean as he brings it through the logo. Over to Hunter Larson on this right side. Larson shoots it across to Morissette, baseline move, kicks it back out. Saucier's there to Larson from 3, no! And it'll have touched the cylinder up top, the wire, so it'll be ruled out of bounds and over to Cheney Tech. With the basketball for the Beavers is Shrena. Right in front of us is picked up by Larson. Brown comes up to the high post. Shrena with the basketball. Bounce pass. Gets it over to Gittens. Gittens looks across, taking his time against Morissette. Right-hand dribble. Brings it back into the paint. Bounce pass. Hit Larson. Larson tried to steal it. Picked up by Cheney. Underneath is Brown. And a foul underneath. Might go on Morissette. No, it'll go on Brady Erickson.
Oof.
Not the one you wanted to see get the foul. His first. And the team's first on the Centaurs. Just underway, 6:36. That ball is almost stolen by Larson, but Cheney Tech gets it back. They kick it out to Gittens. Gittens underneath Brown. He was partially blocked from behind.
We got to get a rebound.
Comes out, picked up by Brown.
That's the third loose ball that Cheney's come up with on this possession.
Agreed.
It leads to an and 1.
It's number 5, Copeland, who got the rebound. And then the foul as well as the basket. The foul goes on Erickson. That is not a good scenario. So Copeland with the basket. Erickson with his second infraction. 2 on Woodstock Academy, 2 on Brady Erickson. Copeland's free throw is up and no good. Erickson on the rebound. All tied at 2. With the basketball, Braden Saucier. Saucier had his pocket picked, but it got back over to Larson. Gives it up to Nagel. Back to Larson. Larson to Saucier over on this right side. Looks down in the corner. Bounce pass. Morissette to Erickson. Kick it out. Larson back left side. Nagel. Nagel back over to Larson. This Cheney Tech defense is pretty active.
Yeah, it's a 3-2 zone. It's extended, so it's really tough at, at the top.
Nagel gets called for the travel. Turnover, Woodstock Academy. Erickson will come out. James DeLeva Beauchene will come in for Woodstock Academy.
Woodstock's going to have to attack the middle, and it's going to have to attack the corners against that. It's too much activity up top.
Shrena with the basketball, comes over half. Over to Gittens. Gittens stops, pops, hits. He's got a smooth, silky glide from what it looks like.
Sure does.
He was the one that Dante Adams was concerned about coming into this ball game. 4-2, Cheney Tech. Larson with the basketball, right side against Shrena. Saucier is at the top of the key.
Got to penetrate the zone.
Back over to Larson. Right now they're having problems doing so.
Yep.
Nagel with the basketball. There's that high post for Morissette now. Larson looked at the 3. Dribbles inside on a double dribble. Went from one hand to the other. Second Academy turnover in as many possessions. Cheney Tech with the basketball. Full court pressure, man-to-man offered up by the Centaurs. This is Shrena, 6-foot senior guard. Got it over to Gittens from 3, no. Rebound comes down to Saucier, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Centaurs. Now, if I'm correct, Dominic Gittens does have a connection to Woodstock Academy.
Yeah, his older brother was part of our prep program.
Absolutely. Tayshawn, right?
Yep,
Tayshawn
absolutely.
Gittens came here. So that's why we know a little bit more about Dominic Gittens as well.
He looks just like him, by the way.
He does. Larson with the basketball. Set at the top
get
of the
sloppy.
elbow, knocked away, picked up by Saucier.
You
Back
gotta
to Larson for three.
Knock it down.
Oh, backside rim. Rebound. It comes down to Cheney.
Oh, boy.
Back up ahead. They got it over to Gittens. That was a high pass over the top by Copeland over to Gittens. Gittens along the baseline. Fall away. No
Rebound.
good. Rebound this time does come down to Morissette, but a foul against Cheney Tech.
15.
That'll go against Brown.
His first, team's first.
Jeffrey Brown. Both centers get the first fouls.
Cheney definitely has the height advantage.
Right now, yeah, without Brady Erickson in there with those 2 early infractions. Nagel with the basketball to Larson on this right side. Shrena and Orby working against him. Saucier now with the basketball against Orby. Saucier back to Larson. Larson back to Saucier. Nothing really developing inside, and they're going to have to start looking at a perimeter shot. Here's Morissette trying to get around Brown, but he put the ball on the ground.
Good strong hands.
Here's Beauchene on the baseline, and he throws it into the arms of Gittens. A turnover for Woodstock Academy. This is Gittens going down the floor, baseline, throws it up. The prayer was answered. And a timeout called quickly by Woodstock Academy, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 3:47, 6-2 in favor of Cheney Tech.
The rumors are true. Tusk, the world's #1 tribute to Fleetwood Mac, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on January 21st, 2023. Landslide, Go Your Own Way, The Chain. They'll play all your favorites. So say you will, say you will. Book your tickets on theluce.org. That's theluce.org.
Back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse, 6-2 right now. Cheney Tech leading the Centaurs.
I think Woodstock's going to have to get some transition baskets. You know, that 3-2 defense is
loosen up that inside a little bit.
Looks like it might have changed here. No,
not much.
I'd call it a 3-2.
Well, it's a 1-2-2 right now.
Yeah.
Saucier with the basketball. And he'll be met up on top by J. Rose Orby. That just sounds like a basketball name, doesn't it?
J. Rose Orby.
Saucier, bounce pass into Beauchene. Back out 3 for Nagel. Just rims it. Rebound comes down to Copeland. Quickly up ahead, and he threw it through Orby and out of bounds. Turnover for Cheney Tech. And Woodstock Academy with the basketball. Brandon Nagel, 16 points in his last outing against Ledyard. 8 of those came in the first half when the Centaurs were able to build a 33-9 halftime lead. They'd love to do something similar tonight. I don't know if that's in the cards right now. With the basketball, Garrett Bushy's in the ball game. Nagel got it, threw it, expected Morissette to go right, and he kind of went left.
Yeah.
Turnovers mounting up on the Woodstock Academy side. With the basketball, Gittens does it all for this team. Gittens driving down the side, stops, turns, pops, misses. Rebound out of bounds off of Brown. It'll be Woodstock Academy basketball. Coming into the ball game now is Aiden Brookins and Calvin Henderson, senior and a sophomore. Henderson being the senior for Cheney Tech, and also checking in Teddy Richardson, the quarterback for your team. Called his name quite often in the fall. Let me put it to you that way. With the basketball, Brandon Nagel through the logo. Picked up there by Orby. Nice behind the back dribble. Tosses it to Richardson. Richardson dribbles along the top. This is Morissette. Kicks it to Nagel from 3. No. And it goes up ahead to Brookins. Brookins running down the floor, and a travel violation against Brookins.
I think once Brandon sees one of those go in, we'll be in good shape.
Brandon seems to be one of those streaky shooters.
Yep.
If he gets on a streak, it's going to go, and it's going to go often. But the other side of that of being a streaky shooter, you have to hope that one goes pretty soon.
I like the dribble drive here they're doing. That's a little adjustment they made. It looks like, it's more active. Makes the defense work a little harder.
This is Bushy to Richardson, looking for an opening somewhere. They're just weaving along the top right now. Nagel with the basketball, tries to drive, stops, pops, misses. Rebound comes down. Well, it's fought for, and it will come down to Nagel, but a jump ball that can go the other way. Yeah. I do like the dribbling around the top and everything like that, but it's just a matter of they're really not finding an open shot.
Right.
Nagel's shot was even contested.
Yeah. At least the dribble drive makes a move as opposed to just passing around the perimeter.
Agreed. Maybe something opens up, right? This is Copeland in the low post trying to work his way around Nagel.
Good hands.
Nagel got a hand on the ball and a turnover.
All right, here we go. We're in transition here. Let's see if we can.
Morissette to Nagel off his foot. That might be no backcourt because he did not go over the backcourt before it hit his foot. This is Morissette with the basketball. Jumper. Good. Carter Morissette owns both baskets right now for Woodstock Academy.
6'4".
Unfortunately in favor of the Beavers. Gittens up ahead to Orby, into Copeland, back outside. Jumper for Brookins, no good.
Rebound. He's on his back.
I agree with that one, but guess what? They didn't call it. But the Centaurs still come down with
Knock
the
it down,
basketball.
buddy.
3 for Bushy is no good.
Oh, that's on his back, too.
And a jump ball called. It'll go over to the Centaurs. Or stay with the Centaurs, I should say.
Larson checks back in for Morissette.
Yep. Carter getting a little bit of a rest. Nagel will take it out. Just a minute 19 to go here in this first quarter. 6-4 has not been exactly a high-scoring affair. Your prediction is going wrong right now.
I know it.
I'm glad we didn't put any money on that one. Richardson to Larson, over to Nagel, back to Larson. His jumper is no good, but there's a foul. I don't know if that one's on Gittens. He was down there.
3.
Yep.
It's Gittens.
It is on Gittens. That's his first, right?
His first, team second.
So it will be just ball underneath. Official says before the shot, thus not a shooting foul. That was Beauchene into Larson. Larson trying to make something happen. Richardson with the basketball now. That 2-3 has been very effective. Nagel to Bushy. Inside at the elbow is Larson. Looked like he was going to take it. Gave it back out to Nagel, back to Larson. Flashing the lane is Beauchene. He'll get the basketball, and he put it up, no good. Rebound stripped away, and he'll go out of bounds back to Woodstock Academy.
Good
Got his own rebound.
Yeah, good strong moves, 9 times out of 10, you'll get a foul right there.
Unfortunately, this
was the 10th.
Exactly. Beauchene over to Larson. Right side
there
is Nagel. Bushy deep in the corner. Bushy trying to use that right arm to fend. Gets some movement, and Bushy gets the 2.
Well done.
We got a 6-all tie here at Woodstock Academy. As we come to the end of the first quarter, just 20 seconds to go.
Bushy's crafty with the ball, He's got a good handle. He's slippery. He can sneak through a trap.
And best of all, he's only a sophomore.
Yep.
Brookins' jumper is no good. Rebound comes
good
down
rebound.
To the Centaurs. Beauchene will come out of there with it. Just 3 seconds to
goes
play.
Again.
Bushy's
soft
jumper,
touch.
Good.
Got it.
Bushy, a little touch at the end, gave the Centaurs the 8-6 lead over the Cheney Tech Beavers. Back with more from the alumni.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
But show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
With you at the Alumni Fieldhouse on this Wednesday night, 8-6, as we go to the second quarter. Woodstock Academy leading the Cheney Tech Beavers right now. Garrett Bushy, I guess you could say thanks to Garrett Bushy on that last part.
Yeah, that's his game. You know, he's like I said, he can penetrate. He's got a beautiful soft touch.
And we got a little restart. Oh, because the clock didn't start. Because someone didn't reset the clock. We won't say who because he's sitting to my left. Probably hit me if I say who it is. Right, Colin? Oh, I'm sorry. Hayden Brookins with the basketball over to Gittens. Back in the corner.
Woodstock in his zone now.
Yep. With the basketball is Gittens against Saucier. Left side, Copeland, and then a travel violation caused by Brendan Nagel. Came flying in.
Shows how much I know. I expected to see man on both ends, and we're both sitting in zones.
And you expected to see a high-scoring game, and we got an 8-6 first-quarter score.
There you go.
Why not? Brandon Nagel. That's why you coach football.
I was going to say that. That's what you get when you ask a football guy to do this.
Exactly. Braden Saucier over to Hunter Larson. Larson into the lane, puts it up too hard. Rebound comes down to Gittens.
Don't reach.
Up ahead, they work it. Gittens spinning around out there. Over to Brookins for three. That is the front side of the rim. Saucier on the rebound. Here comes Saucier down the lane. Was stripped as he went in. It'll stay with Woodstock Academy. That's the second time I've seen a Cheney Tech shoe fall off. There was one in the JV game. I'm looking and there's a shoe in the middle of the floor, and now I see another shoe being thrown around.
Let's see if we can manufacture a bucket here off this inbounds.
Nagel over to Bushy. This is Larson inside, top of the key, jumper by Richardson. It was partially blocked, I think, which is the reason why of its trajectory being so low.
That's one interpretation of what we just saw.
Whatever you'd like. I'm trying to help. Jumper from three is no good, but a foul underneath might be on nope, it would be on
five.
On 5, Copeland. For Cheney Tech.
His first team third.
And Woodstock Academy basketball. So you got Nagel, Saucier, Larson, Richardson, and Bushy out there for Woodstock Academy. Saucier comes down through the logo, gives it up to Nagel. And Nagel's going to be fouled by Shrena.
4.
That'll be his first, right?
Yep, team's fourth.
First on Shrena, Justin Shrena.
We got a sub.
Coming back in is J. Rose Orby. He'll replace Jeffrey Brown. And Hunter Larson will take it out for the Centaurs, gets it into Braden Saucier. Braden against Shrena. Bounce pass to Richardson. Richardson right around that elbow. Gives it back over to Saucier. Saucier gives it up to Brandon Nagel. Nagel spinning inside. Back out Saucier. Saucier trying to find some space to create. And he throws it down the sideline out of bounds.
Yeah, dribbling into the corner. Tough place to be.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the corner with two Cheney Tech players on top of you. Not a good feeling. Tried to get it down the sideline, but instead almost hit coach for Cheney Tech. With the basketball, Gittens. They throw it across. Actually, Gittens now on the left side. This is Copeland in the middle. He got hit a little bit. Ball got tipped. Gittens' fall away is no good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Cheney. Say it was last touched by Woodstock Academy underneath.
Officials are talking it over right now. Change the call.
Yeah, they did. I was going to agree with that. If you watch, we have a little delay here. Now there's Brown, and there's a shot being taken by Gittens, and it was knocked out of bounds by Brown. By Copeland, I should say, number 5.
Close to being on his back at the same time.
Brandon Nagel with the basketball.
Brady Erickson back in.
Yep, with 2 fouls. He's got to be careful. Garrett Bushy has a travel violation. Tried to get through a double team and unfortunately stutter stepped.
Got to put the ball on the ground first.
5:54 to go here. First half. High scoring game. 8-6 in favor of Woodstock Academy. We have not seen a basket in the first 2 minutes and 15 seconds of this quarter. It's been a little while.
I think whichever team can go on a run first is going to have a significant advantage.
I don't disagree with that at all. Missing the 3 was Cheney, but Gittens got it back. Henderson missed the 3. And Gittens on the other side now decides to bring it outside. You're right, the 2-3 being offered up by the Centaurs now. And Gittens is content to stay outside a little bit. May want to try to force them to extend that 2-3 a little. Gittens with the basketball. Copeland gives that screen to Gittens. Drives, puts it up, no good.
Gotta get the rebound.
Nagel.
Here we go.
Up ahead, Braden Saucier.
Oh,
Two people in that corner. And is it going to be a foul or is it out of bounds? It's a foul,
Looks like it's
I
a
think.
foul.
Yeah, I think it's Copeland who dragged his arm.
5.
Yep.
His second, team 5th.
Got a little over-aggressive, tried to get on the right side of Braden Saucier and pulled his arm as he went by. It's like a holding call in the NFL. Bushy with the basketball.
Oh, the inbounder was open. Hunter Larson was open for a 3 where we can get the ball to him.
They got him now. Larson tries to drive in the lane. A lot of hands on that basketball. Back out to Nagel for 3. No! Rebound comes down to Orby.
Get back. Get back in the zone.
This is Gittens racing it down the floor. Puts it up and no good, but it's an offensive foul against Gittens.
You got to love to see that if you're Dante Adams.
Yep. I think it was Erickson who took the charge, wasn't it? Was he down there?
I'll have to watch the replay on that one. 1, 2,
Let's
3.
see what we got here. We're just watching it now. Gittens was going down. It was indeed Erickson who took the charge.
That's getting second.
That's important.
So, yep, it sure is.
6th on Cheney Tech. Saucier with the basketball. Erickson bounce pass. And they find Bushy. Bushy's got all 3 baskets. The last 3 baskets of either team. And makes it a 10-6 game in favor of Woodstock Academy. He had 2 baskets in the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Now he gets the first one here. Brown back out. Jumper by Shrena from 3 is good. Fell in.
Number 4.
I think that hit just about every part of the rim. 10-9 in favor of the Centaurs. Ball's taken away from Bushy. Underhand layup and a foul on Braden Saucier. Shrena will go to the line.
His first.
Chetty, no, it is Saucier. I was pretty sure.
Yeah, his first, team 3rd.
Just was waiting for that second hand to come with a 0. There was only a 1 up there for a while. Shrena at the free throw line misses the first. One more attempt to tie this ball game. Second one. No good. Rebound Erickson. Up ahead quickly to Richardson.
Got to look out for these traps.
Erickson. Bushy thought about a 3. Shrena came flying by. He takes the 3. It's no good.
Good work by Erickson to try to
by
keep it alive.
Erickson. Yep. Yeah, they were trying to get that long rebound off the attempted 3 by Bushy. He kind of had to wait for Shrena to come flying by, and it kind of, I think, took the rhythm away.
Yep.
Shrena with the basketball, bringing it down the floor. Under 4 minutes to play now in this first half. Shrena trying to give Cheney Tech a lead.
This is like a Big East game.
Yeah, all D.
All D.
And not a lot of scoring. Gittens with the basketball. Gittens will bring it back outside against Brandon Nagel. Drives the lane and a foul on Nagel. That'll be a 2-shot opportunity for Gittens.
His first, team 4th. That's a good foul, though. You know, obviously Gittens getting to the rim is, you know, is dangerous.
About
and
2 points already, right?
You know, make it very difficult for him. And if you give up a foul every now and then doing that, so be it.
Gittens at the free throw line puts up the first. It's no good. The Beavers came in averaging 66 points per game on the season so far in their first 6 games. They give up 52. The Centaurs averaging 50.5. They give up 54. And right now we got a 10-9 ball game. You figure it out. Up and good with a second, make it a 10-10 game.
Gittens.
All tied up as Brandon Nagel brings the ball down the floor. Picked up by J. Rose Orby. Nagel gets it over to Morissette, who's back in the ball game. Almost stolen away, and it was stolen away by Orby. Quickly up to Gittens, ahead of the field, and a foul on Nagel on top of it. So Gittens is going to get the basket, and Nagel gets the foul.
His second.
That was one of those, he was so far ahead, you almost think better off discretion being the better part of valor. You almost don't hit him, as you know he's going to score.
I'm not sure he did hit him.
I don't know if he did either, but
watching the replay on that one, that's
Yeah, we don't really have instant replay. We have what is called delay.
Yep.
You know, we have a delayed feed, as every broadcast is in everything. And the delayed feed does allow us to kind of look at it as a kind of a replay. Free throw by Gittens is good. Completes the traditional three-point play. Makes it a 13-10 game in favor of Cheney Tech. Larson with the basketball. Larson gets it over to Beauchene. Beauchene back in the ball game. Erickson's in there as well, going with a double talls up front. This is Morissette. Jumper with the right hand is going to fall. Nice little touch.
Nice touch.
1 point game again in favor of the Beavers.
13-12. 6 points for Morissette so far. 6 for Morissette, 6 for Bushy.
Jumper by Shrena from three. Too
Gotta
hard.
get that.
And a foul underneath. I think that's on number 1, Rashard Harrison, who's in the game. Could be Brown. We'll see. Brown picks it up.
15. That's Brown's second. That puts him in the bonus. Shooting 1-1.
So 1-1 for the Centaurs. Now the question is, who's going to shoot it? And the answer is Garrett Bushy.
Correct.
6.7 points per game for Bushy. That includes 11 three-pointers this season. Averages 5 assists, 5 steals, or has 5 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks over the course of the first 8 games. Bushy gets the free throw to fall. Not bad for a sophomore.
No, tie ball game.
All even at 13. And he also averages 3 rebounds a game, too. Second one. And he can shoot free throws. Hits them both. And back to a lead for the Centaurs, 14-13. 2.5 to play. Second quarter. Taken away by Carter Morissette. Turnover, Cheney. This is Larson who gets cut off at the baseline. Back to Morissette. Up on top, Bushy. Drives the lane, gives it up to Beauchene. In the middle, tried to get it to Erickson. Morissette picks up the loose ball. Bushy with the basketball. Goes against Shrena. Goes back to the right, back to the left. Jumper, no good. I think that was an arm hit.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, there's no question. He got hit on the arm. They didn't call it. Gittens with the basketball. Over to Shrena. This is Orby. Orby looks to drive on Larson, gives it, kicks it. Shrena from 3, rims in and out. Rebound Larson.
Good job.
Larson will bring the ball down the
there
floor.
There he goes. Get to the rim.
Nope. Forgot the basketball. Turnover, Woodstock Academy. Driving is Harrison. He misses the shot. Rebound, Erickson. This is the kind of game you were more expecting.
Yeah, this is
more back and forth stuff. Morissette from 3. No, a little hard, but he got his own rebound. Good follow.
Well
and
done.
Good basket. Well, maybe you can't get the three-pointer the new way. Maybe you can get it the old way. Foul called
15.
on Brown.
That's his 3rd. Team's 8th. Sub.
Coming into the ball game is Braden Saucier, along with Henderson and Brookins for Cheney Tech. And Morissette at the free throw line, chance to put the Centaurs up by 4. I think Cheney Tech was better served sitting back in the zone a little bit and actually sitting back and not running so much.
Yep.
Centaurs are benefiting from this up and down.
That's really what these guys want to do. You know, they're not content to, play half-court basketball. They want to get out and run, and it just opens up a lot of things for different kids.
17-13 in favor of the Centaurs. The old-fashioned three-point play for Carter Morissette. Bounce pass inside from Henderson. He got it in. I think that was number 12, Brookins, who gets the basket. 17-15. Cheney Tech not going away. Morissette lost the handle on the basketball. Saucier picked it up. Over to Bushy.
I'd like to see Erickson get the ball in his hands in the paint.
He hasn't seen it very often.
No.
If at all.
I don't think he has a field goal try.
I don't think so. This is Larson driving through. That was a travel, I hate to say, but about 10 steps ago. But it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Centaurs. Wow. Well, there was an arm hit that they didn't call, so they won't call the travel. Kind of works both ways, I guess. Erickson over to Bushy.
There we go. There's the inbound 3.
Larson for 3. No. Rebound comes down to Henderson.
Get back.
Larson will get back there, but the basket's still given up.
12.
Yep, to Brookins. 17-17.
Oh,
taken away. Orby chasing after it. Will get the turnover. Gets it over, and good basket for number 12, Brookins.
He's getting hot.
Not what you want to see in the last couple of seconds here. Saucier right in front of us, bothered by Brookins. This is Saucier taking it over to Larson. Larson outside, wide open. Bushy took an extra step.
Should have took the first
I agree.
one.
Ball is taken away. I agree with you entirely. He should have taken the first shot, but he decided to move to his left to avoid the D, and instead I think stepped into the D in that regard. So we've played one half of basketball. 19-17. Cheney Tech right now up on top of Woodstock.
When it comes to
Academy.
financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Creating art is a different skill set as opposed to the world of academia. It serves as a kind of playground for creativity that not only provides diversity in my life, but is also something I can then use to progress my other studies. Although one of my greatest joys is acquiring knowledge through my studies, it becomes easier to feel like a machine. Art, creating, brings back the humanity in society. It is a kind of communication that is internationally understood. My name is Maya Fraga. I'm a senior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future-centaurs.
And we're back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse. 19-17, we're at the half. Woodstock Academy trailing the Cheney Tech Beavers, as this one has been kind of well, it took a little while to get started.
Yeah.
It started early. That's not what we're saying. It's just taken a little while to get going.
Yep, and I think that favored the Centaurs a little bit because you just saw a burst from Cheney there towards the end of the half. Brookins got those 6 points in the second quarter. And we got a little sloppy with the basketball and went from up 4 to down 2 really quickly.
And that's something I think Cheney Tech probably, that's how they play this game. They play in spurts, and looking at their previous scores, they lost to Manchester 77-46. Manchester being a double L school, of course. They beat Wyndham Tech, and if anyone knows anything about Wyndham Tech, and I think they still probably play this way, they play what is called the fun and gun. And basically, they just run up and down the floor all day long.
Yep.
So they give up a lot of points, and Cheney scored 85 in that game. They lost to Smithfield, Rhode Island, scoring only 41, but they beat Ledyard by scoring 63. They scored 77 against Goodwin Tech and 86 against Vinyl Tech. So they get in that. If they get into that streak, they're dangerous.
Yeah, if we can limit their runs, because obviously our defense is doing a good job. If they're scoring that many points a game and they're sitting at 19 at the half, we're doing something right. We just have to limit the runs. We have to keep them away from the rim.
And we have to get Brady Erickson involved.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got a great touch around the rim. He's got a beautiful soft touch. He's got some nifty moves in the paint. And he's, you think if you're going to win this game, Brady's got to have 10, 12, 10, 15 points.
He only had 6 points in the win over Ledyard. This is now 2 games in a row that he has not really been involved in the offense, and he's averaging 13.7 points per game.
Obviously, those 2 quick fouls hurt.
Yeah.
They took away his rhythm, didn't let him get in the flow of the game. So hopefully, he can not pick up that third early in the second half, and he can get involved in the game and get going. Because I think, I think the team relies on obviously he and right now Carter Morissette and Bushy are carrying the load, but I think. I think Erickson and Nagel are going to have to contribute if we're going to win this game.
I don't disagree with you at all. I think that's part and parcel, part of the process. We're going to give you the complete scoring rundown after the next break. But before we do that, there's another big game going on tonight. Woodstock Academy boys hockey team
Yeah.
is out in the Northford Ice Rink, which is in the New Haven area, and they're taking on North Haven. Now, why is that big? Well, Woodstock Academy is 7-0, and North Haven is 6-0. They're both in Division II of the CIAC,
Yep.
and they're ranked number 2 and 3. The Centaurs number 2, North Haven number 3.
Yeah, and then I see a lot of different Division II polls, and most of them have North Haven ahead of us. I think I saw one pick that had us ahead, but generally speaking, North Haven is considered the stronger team. So, huge night for the boys
Huge
hockey
night.
team, and then they got to turn around on Saturday and play Bishop. So.
Bishop Hendricken out of Rhode Island, which is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
You would think if you can get 2 wins out of this, the points are going to be pretty good, and you could end up in a very nice situation come CIAC time when you get a couple of home games or something like that, which is so vitally important in hockey.
I was talking to some boys today at lunchtime, and just cautioning them, don't make it a bigger game than it is. We're not in the playoffs; it's a regular season game. Sometimes you hype these they're fun, right? Especially sometimes they're local rivals, or in this case, we're in D2, top of the D2 standings. Sometimes you hype them up so much that you're focused on other things than you normally would on any given night. So I just kind of cautioned them, don't make it bigger than it is. Play your usual game, and you'll be okay.
And you'll be fine, because they've been doing pretty well, coming off a 10-0 win over Housatonic. Not so long ago, just on Saturday night, in fact. Well, we're almost out of halftime, about 4 minutes left. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back. We'll give you some scoring rundowns and a little talk about the second half when we come back to the Alumni Fieldhouse on this Wednesday.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
we're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Back with you here at the Alumni Fieldhouse, Mark Allard and Sean Saucier joining us tonight because, our friend Greg Smith, a little under the weather, shall we say. So then again, there's a lot of people under the weather right now.
Yeah, he probably had some grading to do. It's the end of the term.
You're probably right. He's probably home saying, guess what I'm doing?
He called in sick. I'd rather be here than grading papers. So.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
If that's what he's doing,
especially
then,
since I have some papers I haven't graded yet. So, but I'm here. I just want to point that out.
That's
okay?
right.
Hey, we have 1917 Cheney Tech up on top of Woodstock Academy. Can you give us some halftime stats?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go for it.
For the Centaurs, we got Carter Morissette with 9 points. Garrett Bushy with 8. for a total of 17.
Well,
So
that wasn't too hard.
Nope, we got 2 guys scored,
Wow.
carried the load. So that's definitely got to change. For the Beavers, Gittins led the way with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points. How did we say that, Mark?
Shrena.
Shrena. Yeah, Shrena had a 3. Copeland with 2. Brookins with those quick 6 to end the half. So
19-17.
19-17.
You know, if you look at this second half, and the Centaurs aren't looking at the second half yet because they're not up here yet, even though there's only 12 seconds before the end of half. I have a feeling Dante Adams is probably going through a lot of things down there today because I think he is looking at just 2 people scoring. Brady Erickson picking up the 2 quick fouls may have thrown them off their game a little bit. Brandon Nagel can't get them to fall right now. There's a lot of things that have to happen better here in the second half.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, the effort's there, you
Yep.
know, the defense is there. The turnovers haven't been too bad. I don't know how many we have, but it didn't seem like a huge glaring problem. You're always going to have
Early
a couple.
on, there was a few.
Yep, you're always going to have a couple, but and the rebounding's been solid against a team with more length. So, we're doing some things right, certainly on the defensive end, but we got to figure it out down here.
So it will be Woodstock Academy basketball to start. And of course, we switch it around, so they now go from right to left across your TV screen. I used to say across your radio dial. Now it's across your TV screen or your computer or wherever you're watching us. This is Brandon Nagel. I got to be better on play-by-play ever since we invented this thing called video, Saucier with the basketball against Shrena.
Help.
Here comes Carter Morissette. Morissette trying to get around Copeland, I should say. Morissette gives it up over to Saucier. Back over to Larson. Here's that little weave up top again. Nagel trying to dribble through, puts it up and over. Brown can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down to Orby.
I think he had Brady on the block, Erickson on the block there.
Gittins right through the D, misses the layup. Rebound Erickson. Nagel with the basketball, racing the other way.
See if we can get the pick and roll here.
Got through a double team, got it to Larson. Larson into the lane. There, he almost lost the ball
He's
again.
lucky.
Yeah.
That would have been a travel.
Could have been a double dribble too. Either way you look at it. Erickson, Nagel with the basketball, trying to get himself some room. Nagel's jumper is good.
All right, here we go.
Need that.
Got that first one.
Tie ball game at 19. Shrena over to Orby. J. Rose Orby. Against Saucier. Brown comes up to give Saucier a little hurt from the screen from behind. Instead, they go right around. Orby can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down to Nagel. Nagel racing through
to the rim.
D. Puts up the layup. It's no good.
On,
Erickson got a hand on it. Larson gets the basketball. Over to Morissette. Back
there we
to
go.
Erickson.
There's that soft
Jumper,
touch.
no
That's
good.
all right. Hey, it's an attempt.
It's worth a shot, right? Rebound comes down to Cheney. Here's Gittins with the basketball. Over to Shrena.
Call it that screen.
Shrena lost the handle on the ball, gets it back. Gets help from Brown, stops, pops the 3, no good.
Chase
Too
it
hard.
down.
Larson on the ball, almost lost
go.
the control again. Manages to keep it. No call on the elbow, that's what they were looking for. This is Larson with the basketball. Against Shrena. Shrena tries to attack it.
Too much dribbling. We got to move the basketball.
Saucier finally picks it up. Morissette tried to give him a pick. This is Nagel. Nagel against Gittins. Gittins has 2 fouls, remember, that's key. Morissette.
See if we can find Brady.
Saucier, we haven't found Brady much yet. Nagel's got a basket so far this half, that's good. Nagel gets help from Brady Erickson. Lost the handle, gives it up to Erickson, manages to put it up at home. He almost lost the handle, but managed to regain enough control to put it up.
All right, so the 2 guys we needed to get going, each have a bucket.
That's a help. 2-point lead for the Centaurs, the first 4 points of the half. 5:17 to go here, third quarter. Those first 4 points belonging to the Centaurs. Orby with the basketball. 2-3 offered up by the Centaurs. In the middle of that was Brown. They get it to Gittins along the baseline. Drives against Erickson, no good. Puts it back up, no good. Couple of guys on the floor. Rebound comes down to the Centaurs. Nagel cross court. Saucier slows it up, gets it to the baseline. Hunter Larson back over to Saucier. Orby stares him down. Help from Erickson or Saucier from the free throw line, no good. Ball comes down to Copeland. Back ahead comes Cheney Tech, trailing by 2. Jumper from 3, no good for Gittins. Rebound comes down to Orby. Orby spins around, gives it back out to Brown. Brown to Shrena, drives through, and that is a travel. Good call, both for the official and for Sean Saucer. Timeout called by Woodstock Academy. In this case, we're going to keep it here. It's a score of 21-19. But the nice thing, we pointed that out. Nagel, Erickson, both have baskets.
Yep, if you're going to ask, that's the start we needed. We talked about it at the half. Those two kids need to be major contributors. I think I'm expecting a run here from the Beavers
Just
at any time.
Yeah, I hope that you're ready for it.
Yeah, and we got to be ready for it, but we also need, the advantage to weather it.
And, it actually, I guess when you look at it, considering where the scoring is, the Centaurs would like to have it more like where we are now than maybe up in the 50s at this point.
No
the
doubt.
Centaurs are not a high-scoring volume team in that regard.
So to go from this into the 60s is gonna be some serious runs, and I don't think we want to play that game right now.
I don't think so. I think if
we'll
you keep it in the 40s.
Stay in the 40s, stick with our defense, be stingy, rebound. I think that's how we're going to get it done.
So Woodstock Academy called the timeout. They have 3 left. Cheney has not yet called a timeout. Centaurs have called a couple. Nagel will take it out for the Centaurs. Half-court pressure being shown by the Beavers. Saucier brings it up over that timeline, and Shrena's there. Over to Nagel. Larson pops out. Back out to Larson. Larson against Gittens. Number 3 versus number 3. This is Saucier. Brown stares him down, so he gives it up. Back to Saucier. Tries to get around Shrena and does. Tried to pull it back out. Almost got tied up. Erickson against Brown. Puts it up, but he gets the foul.
Draws the foul. That's his fourth.
That's the 4th on Brown. Only the first this half on Cheney, but the important part, 4 on Jeffrey Brown. And that'll bring in Calvin Henderson shortly, but that takes away a lot of their height up front.
Obviously a key player. I think he's not even sure if he's come out yet. He may have, but played a while with those 3 fouls.
Erickson, free throw is no good.
Garrett Bushy back in.
It's not been a free throw shooting has not been a forte of neither Woodstock Academy basketball team yet this winter. Second one is up and good.
There you go.
So 1 out of 2 makes it a 22-19 game in favor of the Centaurs. This is Brookins with the basketball. Over to Gittens. High above his head. Gittens bounce pass to Brookins. Runner, that was,
Ran
I
into
think the
Brady.
Body was more so than anything, yeah.
See
Up
if he
ahead,
can
here's
get to the
Nagel.
rim.
Nagel cannot hit the rim. Rebound comes down to Gittens. We're going the other way. Gittens stops, pops, misses. Rebound comes down to Brendan Nagel. A little bit more frenetic pace.
Yep.
Past couple seconds. Larson to Morissette. Bothered by Orby. Out to Erickson at the elbow. Jumper's good. Needed that one from Brady Erickson, and this time the timeout. Well, actually not a timeout. I think we got a player down.
Yep.
We do. As down on the floor was Calvin Henderson.
Tweaked his ankle.
And he's just, you can see the pain on the face. He'll come out. And coming in will be Alan Thornton for the first time tonight, a 6-foot sophomore guard. Going a little deeper into the bench. Orby will take it out for Cheney Tech, now down by 5. 24-19, 3:09 to play. This is Gittens. Over to Copeland.
I'll tell you, when Gittens has the ball, who's that help defender?
Ball was tipped by Centaurs. Go back over to Cheney Tech.
With his first step, he can probably get by just about anybody.
I agree
so
with
it's
that.
Who's that second guy that's coming to help and keep him away from the basket?
Brookins with the basketball. Had those 6 points at the end of the first half. Jumper by Gittens from 3 is short. Nagel actually picked up by Richardson. Cheney Tech had hit 1-3 early, and they've been kind of cold ever since.
Yep.
Nagel kicks it out to Erickson.
He can hit
takes
it.
a 3, and he does.
And he does.
Brady Erickson starting to feel it a little bit here.
Forces the timeout.
Full timeout. will take a timeout as well. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs have opened up an 8-point lead, 27-19.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Ten points have been scored here in this third quarter, all by those in the white, gold, and navy blue. 27-19 in favor of the Centaurs. 2.5 to play in the third. If you're just joining us, got an early start to this one. Nice change.
Every now and then that
Every
happens.
now and again. Gittins' jumper from 3 buried it. Well, just, it's the broadcaster's jinx, Sean. We always call it that. And I said they've been kind of cold from 3. They get one. 27-22. With the basketball, Larson over to Erickson, back over to Bushy. This is Larson, reached in, the ball came to the ground, he has to pick. Oh, that might be an elbow being thrown.
No, travel.
Travel, okay. That was better than what it could be because he did throw a lot of elbows in there. So just a travel violation and a turnover. Morissette will come into the ball game, replacing Larson. And Gittins will take it out for the Beavers. They're going to let it roll all the way almost to half court. I guess we want to extend the game a little bit. Copeland on the run, no good. Gittins couldn't get the rebound. It comes down to the Centaurs. Back the other way, Nagel manages to get through it. Richardson back over to Nagel. He's swinging around to Bushy.
I'd like to see him pull that trigger.
Well, let's see if Richardson does. He will, and he doesn't get it. Rebound, Copeland. Back come the Beavers. Brookins. This is Orby. Just a minute and a half to play in this third.
This is a big
with the basketball over Erickson. No good. Erickson didn't get it, but he had altered it. But
Gittins
the rebound, the ball came right back down to Gittins. No good. Back down inside, off of a Beaver player.
Wow.
I think it was Copeland.
We were fortunate there. And Gittins isn't going to miss many of those that close to the rim.
And fortunate, no fouls either.
Right.
A little bit of both. They deny there were some subs waiting to come in, but they deny it. And they have to play with a 5 on the floor for the Centaurs. Saucier is waiting to come in. He got buzzered in, but the official said no, too late. Morissette with the basketball. Bounce pass to Bushy, left side Nagel. At the elbow, Erickson back out Morissette, left side Nagel for 3! Tied it up right at the side of the bucket. First time I've seen it this year. Happened a lot in the prep games we used to have.
Yeah.
Always used to be the case. The nice thing about it was they just had to reach up and pull
exactly.
it down.
Yeah, just lucky.
Not quite the case in high school.
Just have Brady hop up and tap that out for us.
So once again, we're extending the game by not picking it up until half court. Schreina, Brookins, that 2-3 being offered up, and on the bottom of that 2-3, Orby missed the bunny, and then a foul on Erickson. He got the rebound, and Erickson gave just enough of the body to get the call.
His third foul, the team's only first, so there hasn't been a lot of fouls in this quarter, one on each team.
But that's not the one you wanted to see get.
No.
That's the one that could have been avoided if you could have. Orby, chance to cut this to a one-possession game, if he hits them both.
It was an incredible feed to the short corner on that. Just a beautiful bounce pass. Found him
wide open, yeah.
Found his teammate wide open in the short corner, and
right through the 2-3 zone to that bottom,
Yep.
which is going to, if you have a 2-3 zone, sometimes you have some openings down there.
Erickson didn't have a ton of choice there.
Second one is up and no
Got
good.
to rebound it.
No,
Oh,
Gittens got the rebound. Back up, it's no good.
Foul.
Gittens gets the rebound and a foul.
good.
The foul will go on number 10, Braden Saucier.
His second, team second.
And Gittens at the free throw line. Gittens' first free throw, that one's good.
I got that one.
One more attempt for the Beaver junior, 6'4". Misses the second, but guess what? They come down with a rebound. Copeland trying to back his way out of there. Jump ball called.
Goes down.
Yeah, back to the Centaurs. Copeland tried to work his way out of there, backing it up.
Well, we got a technical foul.
Technical on Copeland.
That's his third.
And that will be a shooting situation for the Centaurs. It's only the second on Cheney Tech as well in the half. Garrett Bushy at the free throw line hits the first one. And they also will get the ball back, remember.
Which is significant in this situation.
Back up by 5 for Woodstock Academy. I'd like to thank Aiden Soderman for all this camera work tonight, including these cameras in the corners, which kind of gives you a better view of those free throws over on that side. Bushy made 1 out of 2 on the Tech fouls.
I'd like to see this be maybe that dribble drive weave, get the clock down, make this the last possession of the quarter.
36 seconds they have to play with. Saucier with the basketball. Left side, Bushy cross court, almost stolen. Morissette manages to get it back. Yeah, it's not what you wanted to see.
That's why we need the dribble drive. The passing is, they're going to be in the passing lanes.
This is Nagel. Stopped at the elbow, gave
Bushy.
it up for Bushy
Big
for
three.
3.
Might have left a little too much time on the clock, but we'll take it.
Yeah, why not? For three-pointer, I think you'll take it indeed. 31-23 in favor of the Centaurs. Runner by Gittens is no good. Morissette on the rebound. Bushy from half court. I think I've seen that one somewhere before. It hits the volleyball net above, and it'll come back down, and it will be end of third quarter. So we played 3 quarters of basketball. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs lead the Cheney Tech Beavers by a score of 31-23.
The rumors are true. Tusk, the world's #1 tribute to Fleetwood Mac, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on January 21st, 2023. Landslide, Go Your Own Way, The Chain. They'll play all your favorites. So say you will. Book your tickets on theluce.org. That's theluce.org.
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
And before we get into the fourth quarter, I think we should pass along our congratulations to Matt Mislinski. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Going to Harvard.
What a story. It's everywhere. It's on the news. I think, some major...
major network stuff.
Yep, major network stuff. Today's Show
Today's
type
Show,
of stuff.
Good Morning America. I think even Kelly Clarkson, maybe.
Yep, he deserves every bit of it.
He certainly does.
So the Centaurs outscored the Beavers 14-4 in that third quarter. All 4 points were had by Gittin.
And they own a 31-23 lead over the Beavers. Jumper by Shrena is good for 3. So that's the way to get back into it quickly. Back to a 5-point differential, 31-26 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Brandon Nagel with the basketball. Over to Braden Saucier. They get it over on the right side. That's Carter Morissette.
Got a
Two
wide
players
open
converge. They call a timeout. What did he do over there? I think he may have called a timeout. He did. Called a timeout. We'll keep it here for this one. Well, maybe we won't. We'll take a timeout. 7:28 to go in the ball game. 31-26, Centaurs.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Five-point lead for Woodstock Academy, 31-26, 7:28 left to play here in this ball game.
I don't like this inbound.
Yeah, they stole it. Turnover for Woodstock Academy. Brookins with the basketball for Cheney. Over to Shrena. Going baseline is Gittens. Back out to Shrena. Kick it down to Brookins. Brookins on this right side. Throws it away. Nagel got it. Saucier had it. Lost it. Cheney Tech picks it up. Taken away by Nagel. Picked up by Orby. Oh, my gosh. Brookins with the basketball. Erickson, no foul called. And the shot missed. And I think Erickson got hit in the throat on the whole play. My gosh. Frenetic? I don't know if that's the quite word.
What effort on Nagel's part, though. And here's Erickson.
Erickson had the ball knocked away. A travel violation. Wow. So back over to Cheney Tech, and now another conversation. Are they going to say it was not a travel?
Well, what can you say at this point?
I don't know what you can say.
You can't call a foul after the fact.
Saucier had
it over. What are we doing?
They're
saying it's out on.
A jump. It's out on Cheney. Is it a jump? No, it's back over to Woodstock Academy. What did they call jump? So they're trying to figure this one out. And obviously, Cheney Tech's coach not happy. Can't say as I blame him on that one, because they do change the call. And they give it over to the Centaurs. It was not a jump ball. They just say it was touched. This is Morissette with the basketball. To Saucier, inside to Erickson, back out.
Lord.
He thought Morissette was further away, and he threw it away.
Yep. You can't make those mistakes right now, especially, getting down the crunch time here. We got to protect the ball. We got to rely on our defense.
Copeland to Gittens. Gets through two, puts it up. The runner is good with the one hand.
Who's that?
Gittens on the basket. Back to a three-point game. 31-28. Cheney Tech not going away anytime soon. Braden Saucier had to get it over the top of the D to Brendan Nagel. Garrett Bushy back to Nagel. Saucier back over to Nagel. Back to Bushy for three. No. Backside rim. Rebound Shrena. Shrena bothered and cannot take it away. Instead it was Gittens. Jumper just inside the arc, and he drains another one. Now we're back to a one-point game. 31-30.
Might want to burn one here.
Might be. They got two left, though.
Only two.
Only two. That's a little bit of a problem with 5:46 to go. You don't want to get down to your last timeout.
We got to get to the
Erickson
rim.
almost threw it away. There's going to be a foul as Bushy was basically collapsed upon by Orby.
You going to keep it on the floor?
We'll see. Yes, it's on the floor. Not a shooting foul. That is the first, I think, on Orby, am I right? Yes.
I just feel like we're playing too far away from the rim, Mark.
Yeah.
Like all our actions up here.
It's almost 5 out.
It's like a 5 out situation, and you know, they just keep extending the 2-3 further and further, the further they push us out.
This is Nagel with the basketball for Woodstock Academy. Inside Erickson, 2 players collapsed on him. Gets it back out to Morissette. Bounce pass. Got it over to Larson. Back over to Morissette. They get it to Nagel. Nagel in the corner is Bushy. Back out to Nagel. Swinging around Larson. Larson to Nagel from 3. No! Rebound. Gittens. He can sky. And Gittens will bring it down the floor. Do not be shocked if he goes right to the hoop.
And he does.
Misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Erickson. Back we go. Over to Morissette. Morissette 1-on-4. Missed the ball. Ended up in the arms of Garrett Bushy. Almost a turnover. Not even really a shot. Larson's jumper will not fall. Copeland on the rebound. More of a loose ball because it never even touched the rim. 31-30 in favor of the Centaurs. Jumper by Brookins will not fall. Rebound Larson fighting with Gittens. Oof. He's getting away with a couple of those things.
Yeah, he is.
Bushy with the basketball from 3, no good. Rebound Orby.
If that's what we're relying on, we could be in trouble.
Yeah, you got to get something a little closer.
Getting to the rim gets you to the free throw line, slows down the game. It's like a built-in timeout, and we're not getting them.
Don't disagree. Gittens trying to actually speed things up. Jumper, fall away, did not fall. Erickson on the rebound. Up ahead quickly to Larson. Larson trying to dribble
there you
through.
Go strong.
Puts
there
it
you
up.
go.
There he's got 2.
Get to the rim. His first
33-30.
His first 2.
3-point lead for the Centaurs. Gittens trying to take this team on his back and carry it to a win.
Well,
timeout called by Cheney Tech.
He certainly has.
Well, Gittens has been basically not a one-man show in the second half, but pretty darn close.
Yeah, he's got 8 of the 11 the second half, and obviously he's the key.
Shrena has that 1-3.
Yep.
Otherwise, but certainly it has been Gittens all the way through for this 33-30 lead for Woodstock Academy, barely hanging on. And, you know, the key here, Erickson in the first part of this second half, 2, 3, 5, 8 points in a run of 3 minutes in that third quarter.
Yep.
And since, has not had another one.
So clearly that's a key. You know, I'd like to see, you know, Brandon get to the rim a few more times, get to the free throw line, because that's really how we're going to close out this game.
Yep.
Is getting to the line, making a few free throws, and just slowing the whole thing down a little bit right now.
Well, before that Larson basket, remember we said the Centaurs scored the first 10 of the third quarter. The Beavers came up with the first 7 of the fourth.
Yep.
So that's why you're back. There it is. I mean, 10-7. It kind of tells you right there, 33-30. That's about where it was.
More than halfway through the fourth period, and we've scored 2 points in the period.
Exactly. That's a problem. You know, you did well in the third quarter. Now you got to pick it back up here in the fourth.
And that's been the thing with these guys all season. Let's see if we can finish it out. I think hopefully we learned from a few previous games, and as we round out the first half of the season here, let's hope that some of those lessons paid off and we can close this one out.
As we mentioned in the pregame with Dante Adams, the 2 overtime losses to Fitch and East Lyme. Those are tough.
Yep.
No question about it, but it did show how badly they have to finish games, and that is again what has to happen here tonight.
I don't think you're going to finish it jacking 3s.
I don't either.
But what do I know?
Well, here we go. Centaurs taking their time on the bench. Cheney Tech is out and ready to roll. And they're ready to give the basketball to Cheney Tech, too. Orby will take it out for the Beavers. Gets it into Shrena. Larson on him. Shrena gets it over to Gittens. Who else? Gittens with the basketball.
He's going to go.
But is it left or right? It's left.
Nope.
Now Erickson picks him up. Back to
Hey, now
Shrena.
deny him the ball.
They don't.
Why not deny him the ball?
Gittens looking things over again.
They isolated
Stops,
for him.
Pops, misses the shot.
Got a rebound. Oh,
Hit that wire again.
Yeah, went over the back. It's over the back of the backboard. Centaurs ball.
So Woodstock Academy escapes that bullet and gets the ball back. Bushy to Nagel. 3:17 left.
See what the offensive plan here is.
Nagel.
That's a two-hand
almost
check.
had it taken away by Brookins. I agree. Brookins now on Morissette.
Now look how close. Look how far out we are. Get to the basket. There you go.
Gets it to Bushy. He brings it back out. They want to weave up top a little bit to waste some time, but this D is going to make that difficult. Larson's jumper way off, be picked up by Copeland.
Hunter can get to the rim. He's got to attack. He's got to find a seam in that zone and get to the rim.
Instead of settling for the 16-footer. This is Orby. Nagel watches him. 3-point game, 1 possession still. Under 2.5 to play. Brookins with the basketball. Over to Copeland in the corner. They get it to Shrena. Now they're looking for Gittins. You've got to know that.
You can't complain about the defense. These guys are working very hard down here.
Shrena brings it to the baseline, kicks it out. He's going to throw it away.
Got a
That's going
backcourt.
to be a backcourt violation.
Well done, Brady Erickson. That was all him. Big guy down there, guarding a much smaller person, having to move his feet, force the errant pass. Well done.
Turnover to the Centaurs, 2:16 to play. Larson with the basketball. Well, we thought this would be a good one. Not exactly 33-30, and a turnover.
That's the second,
and then another turnover,
that is the
thankfully.
second inbounds pass that's been in this quarter that's been intercepted. We got to figure out how to inbound the basketball.
It's a good thing to do. Fortunately, Brookins had a hit off his foot, and it went out of bounds. Bushy races it down the floor. Bushy has to watch out from his right. Gives it over to Morissette. Tosses it to Nagel.
There you go. Get to the rim.
Erickson at the elbow.
There you go. That's a foul.
And that's Copeland's foul.
There we go. That's
Copeland
what I'm
just
talking
put
about.
out the 2 arms as if to say, okay, you're coming
5.
at me.
That's his 4th. That's Copeland's 4th, team 4th.
So the question will be, now they do have Jeff Brown still, who's been on the bench with 4. Is he out there yet? Again, I don't think so.
So if we get a bucket here, would be huge, because then they still have 2 fouls to give.
They almost turned it over, but the Centaurs managed to retain.
There you go.
Bushy to Nagel, back out Morissette. Bushy swinging
Let's not
around
get
to Larson.
too.
Left side.
There you
This
go.
is Nagel.
I like
Jumper,
it. I like it.
No good.
It's
Little
okay.
hard. Erickson tried to get a rebound, but Gittins comes down with a basketball.
We got an injury.
And down went Copeland. And that one doesn't look good. Copeland went down pretty hard.
Yep. Looks like he's getting up.
Yeah, he's getting up. I'm
So
just trying to
good.
see where it happened here. Jumper was no good. Copeland came down with it. And I never even saw really any contact in there. He just went down hard.
Might need to get a towel out there, huh?
Yeah, I would think that might be a good idea for a towel. But I don't know if we have a towel available. There should be probably some water on the floor. So, but the officials aren't really looking anymore right now at it, but you might want to consider that. I guess they're not gonna.
No.
They're gonna play. Okay. Nagel will guard the inbounds pass. Brookins knocked away from Brookins. Nice
huge.
job by Bushy.
Okay, patience, patience, patience.
This is Nagel with the basketball. Over to Larson, back to Nagel. 1:27 on the clock.
Good.
Erickson.
Oh, watch your back.
Drives the lane, lost the basketball, picked up, however, by Bushy. He loses the ball.
What are we fouling
Trapped
for?
in the corner,
What are we doing?
trying to get rid of it. I don't know how that wasn't a travel.
A travel, a tie-up, a
Whatever
foul,
you want.
something.
Something. Gittins will bring it down the floor. Gittins against Morissette
All
gets
right.
the foul.
So that's his first foul, team's 3rd. So
Yeah,
stays on. They're giving him 2 shots.
The good thing is you only have 3 fouls. You got plenty to give. The bad
Right.
thing is if you have to start putting them at the line, you got a long way to go.
Yeah, well,
and a
it's-
short time to get there.
Let's hope that's not the case. Hopefully they have to put us on the line.
Gittins
And they still have 2 to give.
misses
Wow.
the free throw.
Didn't expect that.
One more attempt for Gittins. 1:07 on the clock. 3-point lead for the Centaurs still intact. And
Got
make
the
it
second. 2-point game.
2. Morissette with the basketball.
Can
Over to
we
Nagel.
possess the ball, Mark? What do you think?
That's gonna. Cheney Tech is not making it
That's
easy. Nagel's tied up in the corner. He lost it out of bounds. Oh boy. So it will be back to Cheney Tech. And Orby will take it out. Opportunities.
You can't give up this many. Gittens with the basketball against Morissette. Under a minute to play.
They're going to clear out for him. They're going to set the screen. And
Copeland came out. Gittens lost the ball. Gets it back against Morissette. Gets help from Copeland. Erickson comes
Get on
over.
the floor.
Gittens gives it back out to Orby. They kick it over to left side. Brookins. Baseline
Rebound.
jumper. Good. So Brookins gets the tying basket. 33-33. 30 seconds to play. And a timeout, Woodstock Academy. We'll take a quick timeout as well with 26 seconds to play here in regulation, all tied.
The rumors are true. Tusk, the world's #1 tribute to Fleetwood Mac, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on January 21st, 2023. Landslide, Go Your Own Way, The Chain. They'll play all your favorites. So say you will, say you will. Book your tickets on theluce.org. That's theluce.org.
Back with you here at the Alumni Fieldhouse, all tied at 33. I think we've been down this road before. You know, the Fitch game, the
not a pleasant
game.
It's not a pleasant road. So
No, it's not.
Let's hope we take a detour here.
And you know, the Cheney Tech is they scored the first 7 points of this third quarter. The Centaurs have only 2 points in this fourth quarter, I should say. And then you had the free throw by Gittens and then the basket by Brookins to tie the game at 33. And now you're the Centaurs with the basketball trying to figure out how to get a win.
Yeah, well, we got a lonely 2.
A lonely 2 in
this
fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter column in the scorebook here, and that's a problem.
I like the term lonely because it certainly is. Cheney Tech, like we said, meanwhile, 10 points in this fourth quarter. Thus, the 33-33 tie.
You do have to appreciate the defense being
Yes.
played by both teams. Like I said, it feels like a Big East game.
It has that Xavier Creighton
physical
kind of physicality.
Yeah, the refs are letting them play. Once
This
again,
is
we
Nagel.
struggle to get the ball in.
Nagel with the basketball. 2 players on him. He stops before he got over half court. Gets it to Larson. Larson with the basketball. Tosses it back to Nagel.
What last possession here?
Now you got to get
They're not putting us on the line.
10 seconds to go. Hunter Larson tried to drive through, and they get the foul. But that will not be a shooting foul. Will not be a shooting foul. The next one would be a shooting foul.
That's only 5.
Yep. Oh, it's only 5, so they need another 2.
So we have to shoot the basketball.
Yeah. I would say that's going to have to be the case, and a timeout's going to be called. You know, the thing about it is, here's the thing. You got 6 seconds to play. They have another foul to give without going to the line.
Mm-hmm.
You got to figure as soon as you get the ball in, you're probably going to get hit.
Right.
Or they're going to try to dive after the basketball.
Which will probably give you about 4 or 5 seconds left after that foul.
Yeah.
To run whatever you're setting up now.
And
basically.
you really have to figure is your second play is going to be better than your first play because your first play is probably going to be interrupted somewhere.
That's right.
That's the thought process, at least I would use at this point. Because I'm sure they're going to go after the basketball and try to get it no matter what, as long as they don't foul anybody in the act of shooting.
But here's the thing. Like I said earlier, we've already given the ball up twice on inbounds plays this quarter alone, I believe. We have to focus on getting the ball in safely.
Yeah. That's the tough part right now is getting the ball in. And not only that, but keeping the ball in bounds.
You better set a screen. You better be ready to take it back court. And then you're going to have to probably get to the rim.
Because you got 6 seconds.
You got 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a lot. It's not a short amount of time, but it's not a lot of time.
But like you said, they're probably going to eliminate 2 more seconds with an immediate foul.
I would at least.
Or maybe not even an immediate foul. Maybe they wait a couple seconds.
You might want to.
Right.
Or at least dive after the basketball and try to cause the turnover.
That's right. So go for the ball and then
absolutely.
Foul.
Just make sure it's not in the act of shooting and you're fine. So Brandon Nagel will take it out.
We do have the possession arrow.
Yes, we do.
Okay,
they get it to Larson to Nagel. They don't foul anybody. Nagel goes to the line, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Cheney Tech. And we go to overtime. For a third time this season, this team is going to play some free basketball, as the saying goes.
It's a good thing we started early.
You got that right. We're going to take a brief time out. We'll be back with more overtime coming up from the
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
Say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
we're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Now, we do get paid overtime for this, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Don't
I'll
hold-
believe it next time.
Don't hold your breath.
2 games that we've done for boys basketball this season, both have gone to extra minutes. 4 minutes on the clock, 33-33. Cheney Tech and Woodstock Academy tied here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Shrena with the basketball against Morissette. Tosses it over. This is Brookins going baseline cutoff.
Good
Back
cutoff.
out to Gittens. Bounce pass to Copeland. Copeland against Erickson. A
4.
foul on Erickson.
It'll be 4 on Brady, 4 on the team.
That's the other thing. It's kind of amazing. There's only 4 fouls out there.
With how physical it's been, right?
Exactly. Neither team is in the shooting situation yet. So only 4 on the Centaurs and 5 on the Beavers. And it's Copeland to the free throw line because he was in the act of shooting, of course. So Copeland's first attempt is good.
Who committed that foul?
That foul was by Erickson.
Oh, yeah.
Centaurs in this 4th quarter and beyond still have only 2 points.
Yep.
Copeland's second one is good. 35-33 in favor of the Beavers from Manchester. Larson in the backcourt. Nagel in the backcourt. They get it over onto the front court to Morissette. Over to Nagel. Left side. Bushy looked at a 3, got away from the D, gives it up to Nagel. Back over to Larson. Erickson at the elbow, tosses it out to Bushy. Bushy has 3 players collapse on him. Back to Erickson. Erickson trying to get rid of it, finds Bushy.
I'm not sure what offense this is right now.
I don't know. I think it's try to find an open man offense. Nagel with the basketball. Larson dribbling through. Erickson tried to give him a screen. Ball bounced free, and Bushy picked it up. Bushy drives to the paint, kicks it out to Morissette. Back outside, Nagel. Nagel stops back to the corner. This is Morissette tied up by Orby, and a foul on Orby. I think that's just the second on Orby. And 6th on Cheney. So their next foul puts the Centaurs into the bonus. And they would go 1-1 from here on out. Morissette gets a 2-shot foul here. His first is up and good. Used every part of that rim to put it down. Morissette had a good first half, 9 points. That's his first one since, isn't it? Second one, no good. Rebound Gittens. And back comes Cheney Tech. Actually, the rebound was Copeland, because Gittens came down with the basketball, and Shrena now has it. 35-34, taken away by Larson. Turnover, Cheney Tech.
Oh,
Up ahead,
boy.
ball knocked away
That's
from
a push.
Nagel. There was a definite push. No call, and now a foul. Now the foul, I think, against Shrena. It will be on Shrena. So that is the first. How many on Shrena now?
3. 4.
2. on number 4, they're saying.
I was talking to him.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I got asked a lot
We
of questions
got a lot
at
of
once.
questions coming at once. And it's actually 4 on the Centaurs. It was Morissette, my bad.
What?
It was Morissette who picked it up.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's what I said. So that's the 5th on the Centaurs. Shrena over to Gittins. Gittins to Copeland at the elbow. Wide open underneath is Orby. Nagel on the block. Orby got it back. Stolen by Morissette. Throws it back in bounds to Erickson. Gets it over to Bushy. Here is Morissette back to Bushy. 1 point differential and Cheney Tech in the lead. This is Saucier. Erickson.
Go to the rim, Brady.
Back out to Saucier. Over to Nagel. In the logo. 1:35 in OT. Score is offset now, 35-34. This is Morissette who looks at the hoop, takes it to the hoop, tried to give it to Erickson, and it just ends up in the arms of Gittins.
Sorry.
I'm going to have to hold you down like I do with Greg Smith. I certainly understand the emotion.
You just...
Shrena with the basketball. In the corner, wide open. Three-pointer, no good.
Good rebound,
comes
Carter.
down to Morissette.
Outstanding rebound. Nobody was getting that ball except him.
Up ahead to Nagel.
Get to
Nagel
the rim.
drives the
Finish
lane,
it.
puts up the runner. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Copeland. Over to Shrena.
Is there any whistles in here?
I don't. You better find someone who has one. This is Gittins right in front of us.
Call timeout.
Timeout called by Cheney with 41 seconds to play. I don't know if there's any whistles in here, to be absolutely honest. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I kind of like it, but I don't know. It's different,
It's a physical game,
Yep.
but they're letting them play.
Yep.
This is kind of like state tournament stuff.
Yep.
It really is.
Which is very different than what we witnessed last night in the girls' game.
Absolutely.
Where there was
25 fouls in the first half.
Right. So you go from one to the other. And
I like this better.
Yeah, so do I. You caught off guard, though, like.
Exactly. You're like, all of a sudden one day, and I'll tell you, I think those fouls last night took both teams out of the game a little bit, too.
Yeah. It leads to frustration. You see kids getting frustrated.
Correct.
They're getting hit, and they're not getting calls. But, hey, as long as it's going both ways.
And this has been a physical game, but allowed to be played.
Yep.
And you know what? It's been a fun game to watch.
Yeah,
I
no
will
doubt.
say that. It's been pretty interesting. Keeps the enthusiasm going. 1 point lead for Cheney Tech. They have the basketball, 41 seconds to play, and a 1 point lead. Wow. And the opportunities have been there for both teams, and neither one of them right now cashing in too much. Just 2 free throws by Cheney Tech and 1 by Woodstock Academy here in the OT.
Yep. Any strategy here you can think of here? They hold it for a last shot, or
the thing is, Woodstock Academy has to follow you twice to put you on the line.
Right.
So that's going to take time. So you might want to have.
do one sooner than later.
If I'm Woodstock Academy, I'm following as soon as I can. You're
Yep.
probably right. Get them on the line. They haven't been proficient from the line as much either. The only person I probably wouldn't want to see on the line is number 5.
Yeah.
I think Copeland is probably your best free throw
I
shooter.
think we got to foul him.
Here's
you got to
Brookins.
foul him.
Morissette coming over to do so. He got around Morissette right to the hole, and he put it home. I think everybody was expecting the foul, and they let the defense down. 37-34 in favor of Cheney Tech. This is Bushy, and a timeout called by Dante Adams. I don't know if you saw that too, but I think everybody was expecting Morissette to foul, and when he didn't, and Brookins went right by him, was like, what do we do now?
Yep.
37-34. Brookins also hit a key bucket, you may remember, back in the fourth quarter, and he had a big run in the first half.
End of the first half.
Yeah.
Last 6 points of the first half were roughly that. And then, fourth quarter bucket. And
that fourth quarter bucket was when he, well, maybe it wasn't a key bucket in the fourth quarter. I thought it was him, but it may not be. Well, that's because it's the wrong game. Okay. I was looking at the different game here earlier, but it was, with 35 seconds to play, he hit that game-tying bucket. I mean, Brookins, Gittins has been kind of the player of the game, but Brookins has been the key player at the key time parts of the game.
He's definitely his first lieutenant.
Absolutely. Gittins scores a lot. Brookins scores when it counts.
Yeah.
is what it has been so far for Cheney Tech tonight. So we've got 22 seconds to play and a 3-point lead. Still a one-possession game. That's important as well. But you don't need a 3. You got plenty of time. You got 20 seconds. You got to score quickly.
Yeah, depends how much time you...
Yeah, you can't take as much time as they have been. Nagel thought about a 3. Larson takes it from downtown. Brookins on the rebound, and he gets fouled.
Now we got to foul again.
Correct.
Because we didn't foul coming out of the timeout.
It's only the 6th foul. I don't think anyone realizes that.
And the 4th.
That's only 6.
That's only 6.
So the foul on Morissette was his 3rd. They've got to foul again. They've only got 8 seconds to play. So the Centaurs have to foul again to get them to the free throw line.
Yep.
And that's going to take maybe a half a second or 2. Maybe. This is Orby who gets it out of the double trap. Now we got a long time. Gittens is going to be fouled with 3 seconds. It took them 5.6 seconds to get that foul. That was a long time. Yeah. Foul was on Saucier. That's his 3rd. And the free throw line is Gittens. Not one of the people you'd pick to put on the line.
No.
But really, you had to do it. It was your only option. His free throw is no good. Erickson on the rebound. Up ahead
Bushy.
to Bushy. Bushy from 3. Oh my gosh, off the backside of the rim. Almost near half court. That would have been incredible. But unfortunate. Gittens missed the free throw. It was just what the doctor ordered, but there just wasn't enough time. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break. Going to come back with our final statistics. If Sean Saucier can add up that fast, we'll be back with more from the Alumni Fieldhouse in just a moment.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. Is that the book right there? Can you just see if you can grab me a photo there, Colin, of the book, as we were not adding up over here, right?
Yeah, somewhere I'm off.
Well, that does happen. There's no question about that. So we're just going to take a quick photo of the book there, Colin, for me, if you wouldn't mind. Our final score here, anyway, was 37-34 in favor of Cheney Tech. And Garrett Bushy, our leading scorer with 12 points, and 10 for Carter Morissette, right?
Yeah.
You got both sides of that for me? 2 pictures. Beautiful. Thank you. So, tough loss. No question about it here in OT.
Yeah. Yep. It's tough to explain right now.
Well, it's tough to explain, and it's one of those where you sit back and say, that was another one. Yep. Slips away, and unfortunate. Centaurs fall to 2-7. Cheney Tech raises their record to 5-2. For Sean Saucier, I'm Mark Allard. Aiden Soderman, thank you very much for joining us and helping us on the camera tonight. And we'll be back with you in a couple of weeks for some more boys basketball. I do believe on the 23rd will be our next broadcast. Final score once again, Cheney Tech over Woodstock Academy in overtime, 37-34. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday night. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks.
You have been listening to Woodstock Academy Live. Live. This copyrighted webcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without authorized written consent of the Woodstock Academy. The Woodstock Academy would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Today's game has been brought to you by Girardi Insurance Services, the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, and Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, with production support provided by Oconchabar Productions, LLC. Remember, today's broadcast is available to be seen on woodstockacademy.org/athletics/live. This has been a production of the Woodstock Academy.